Hey you guys, today I am going to be showing you how I make my charro beans. For starters, you're going to need a large pot to make your beans. I have an extra pot of water that I'm heating up and going to bring to a boil, so that way when I put my beans to cook they are already in hot water. So we're going to get this started and then we're going to clean our beans. Okay, and here we begin the process of cleaning our beans. I have a large bowl that I'm going to soak my beans in. I separated enough to where I can have some left over for a couple of days, or I could freeze a batch if I wanted to. Right here, I am just going to go through, pick out all the ugly beans, the ones that look like they may have mold, and just make sure there aren't any rocks in the beans before we soak them. Okay, so here I have some hot water running. I am going to rinse them, and I'm moving the beans around just so that way I can make sure that none are sticking together. And I'm going to do this about 3 times just to make sure we get all the dirt and grime off of them before we put them to cook. And the final round that I do, I'm going to let them sit in hot water for about 30 to 45 minutes. You can let them sit and soak overnight. It just makes for easier cooking, faster cooking. Totally up to you, but today I'm soaking them for about 45 minutes. While my beans soak, I'm going to take some naturally hickory smoked thick sliced bacon that I got from Walmart, and I am going to cut it up into small pieces and put it to cook in my pot that I'm going to cook my beans in. While our beans soak and our bacon cooks, we have the water boiling over right next to us, and we're just going to take our time and cut up the rest of the vegetables. Alright, I'm going to leave my bacon to cook, and I'm going to check on my beans. It's been about 35 minutes, so it should be ready and pruny, which means that it's had a good soak. And it should make for faster cooking. This water is no longer hot, so we're going to go ahead and pour it out, and we are going to add it to the pot where our beans are going to cook. Next, we will carefully add the hot water that we had boiling. Go ahead and fill that pot up again with water so that way you can get more hot water boiling, so when this water evaporates you can always add more. Okay, so I added another pot of hot water. I've got the beans. When I started them they were at medium heat, but now they are at a high heat. So I have them at 7. I'm going to let them boil and cook. I'm going to cut up some onion and we will add it to the pot. So I have cut up my onion, and you can either cut it in quarters and let it cook like that and then remove it once it's done cooking. Basically just use it for flavor, but I dice it, and I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of ground black pepper. I have a can of Rotel Original. You can add paste salsa if you wanted to. But I like this because I keep Rotel on hand. I don't normally purchase paste. 6 cloves of garlic. And we can add some more. And if you do not have fresh garlic, or you do not like using fresh garlic, you can use garlic powder. So we have pepper in here, we have garlic, and we have onion, and a can of Rotel. On average, it takes about 2 hours to make a pan or a pot of beans. We are not done adding seasoning yet, so I'm going to let them cook for about 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll add the rest of the seasoning. Alright, so we are back, and it has actually been about 45 minutes. I got caught up putting the baby down for a nap and getting G off to work. But look, they're starting to look pretty. When I was a little girl, I used to always admire my grandma and how she made her beans. She always made them so pretty. But look at that. Okay, so we are going to add some more spices. And what I'm going to add is a little bit of caldo de tomate. It adds a little more tomato. You can add fresh tomatoes if you want to. But this is how G likes it. So far it's 2 teaspoons. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more teaspoons. And I think I'm going to cut up a little bit of cilantro and throw it in there as well. So let me get that cut up and I will be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and I cut up about, well, a handful. I can't give exact measurements here for the cilantro, but again, if you do not want to dice up cilantro, you don't have to. You can tie some of the, what is it, cooking thread? Tie some up in that, let it get the flavor, take it out. You can omit it. You adjust it to your liking. But again, this is my family. Like, this is how we like our charro beans. All the flavor and everything else that goes into it. They're looking good. All right, and now we are going to add our chicharrones. I've got these from Kroger. They are original flavor. And we just pour it in. Listen to that crackle. It's beautiful. All right, now that it's in, we mix it in. And this will thicken up the sauce or the juice, whatever you want to call it. But the first time I had these beans, my mind was blown. And we craved them ever since. So I'm going to let them cook for about 30 minutes more, and then we will see if they are ready. It's been about 20 minutes. And these look so good. Look at that. Okay. All right. Still hot, but it's burning my fingers. Still has maybe about 15 minutes more to go. They're soft. And they are edible. They need about, like I said, 15 minutes. All right, you guys. I believe we are all done. Let's stir it up, mix it up. Let's check out these beans. Right. They're ready. They're super tender. You can let them sit on all day on low from here on out. You can take them off of the stove, let them cool, and then you can freeze them. But I think I'm going to put them on low for now, let them cool down on their own, and we'll have some for dinner tonight. So we have here a bowl of charro beans and a little bit of ground pork with chile rojo, and I'm going to serve it with some cheese and a tortilla, and we will be right back with a taste test. All right, y'all, it's the moment of truth. Is it in your way? Is it good? Not at all. Can I get some verbal input?
It's good, dude. Where's my drink?
1 out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.
Why an 8?
I'm not sitting at a table and got a cold drink. And this is only tortilla I have ready at hand. Where's my rice?
I didn't make rice.
Alright, mother tortilla.
I'll go get it. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for checking out my recipe, my version of charro beans. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section below if you are interested in trying it or you think you're going to give it a try. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I post something, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.